Welcome everyone. Today we will delve into error handling in Java Servlets. In this session, we will explore how to manage errors and exceptions in Java Servlets to improve application stability, user experience, and debugging processes. Java Servlets are Java classes that handle HTTP requests and responses in web applications. They play a key role in processing client requests and generating dynamic responses. Importance of error handling, stability. Proper error handling prevents the entire application from crashing when something goes wrong. It helps in gracefully managing unexpected situations. User experience. When errors occur, instead of showing raw error messages or stack traces, we provide user-friendly messages, which enhances the overall experience. Debugging. Effective error handling assists developers in diagnosing issues by providing meaningful feedback about what went wrong, making it easier to fix bugs. Types of errors in Java Servlets. Compile-time errors. These errors are detected by the compiler before the code runs. They usually involve syntax or type issues. Examples are a missing semicolon, incorrect method signature, or type mismatch between variables. Runtime errors. These occur during the execution of the servlet. They are not caught during compilation but happen while the program is running. Examples are null pointer exception, trying to use an object reference that is null, and arithmetic exception, division by 0. Logical errors. These are mistakes in the logic of the code that result in incorrect behavior or results, even though the code compiles and runs without errors. Examples are incorrect calculations or erroneous data handling that lead to wrong output. Basic error handling with try-catch blocks. Try-catch block syntax. The try block contains code that may throw an exception. If an exception occurs, control is transferred to the catch block, where you handle the exception, which could include logging the error or providing user feedback. Example in Servlet. In the Servlet example, the doGet method is surrounded by a try-catch block. If an exception occurs within the try block, it's caught in the catch block, where the error message is set as a request attribute and forwarded to an error page, errorpage.jsp. This allows user to see a friendly error message. Configuring error pages in web.xml. Error page configuration. This XML snippet in web.xml configures the application to show a custom error message, error500.jsp. When a server error HTTP 500 occurs, this configuration is part of the deployment descriptor that allows you to define how different HTTP error codes should be handled. Custom error pages. This JSP page will be displayed to users when a server error happens. It provides a user-friendly message instead of a technical error response. Handling specific exceptions with web.xml. Exception mapping configuration. This configuration maps specific exceptions to custom error pages. For example, if a null pointer exception occurs, the user will be redirected to error nullpointer.jsp. Example of custom error page. This page provides specific information related to null pointer exception, giving users more context about the error. Using servlet filters for error handling. Concept of filters. Pre-processing. Filters can notify requests before they reach the servlet, potentially handling or altering data. Post-processing. They can also handle responses after the servlet has processed the request. Example filter implementation. This filter intercepts requests and responses. If an exception occurs during request processing, the filter catches it, logs it, and redirects the user to a generic error page, error.jsp. Error handling in JSPs. Its purpose is that it designates a JSP as an error page, meaning it can handle exceptions thrown by other JSPs or servlets. Example, JSP error page. This JSP will display detailed information about the error, including the exception and any error messages set in the request attributes. This helps users and developers understand what went wrong. Logging errors. Importance of logging. debugging. Logging helps trace the origin of errors and understand what happened before an issue occurred. Monitoring. It allows for tracking and identifying recurring issues or patterns. Java Logging API example. This example uses Java's logging API to log error messages and stack traces, which is crucial for diagnosing and troubleshooting issues. Advanced error handling strategies, exception hierarchies. Having specific exceptions. By differentiating between types of exceptions, you can handle them more precisely and provide more accurate error messages. Global error handling, Servlet 3.0. You can define global error handling directly in servlets using annotations. This approach specifies that any error occurring in my servlet will be handled by global error.jsp, providing a centralized way to manage errors. Asynchronous processing, handling errors in asynchronous servlets. In asynchronous processing, error handling needs to account for the asynchronous nature of requests. Best practices. Consistent error handling. Implement a consistent approach for error handling across the application to ensure reliability. User-friendly messages. Provide clear and non-technical error messages to users to avoid confusion. Error logging and monitoring. Set up robust logging and monitoring to track and address issues efficiently. Conclusion. Effective error handling in Java servlets is essential for creating reliable and user-friendly web applications. By employing the strategies and best practices we have discussed, you can significantly enhance the robustness and maintainability of your servlets. Thank you for attending, and I hope this session has provided valuable insights into error handling in Java servlets.